What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with the last dono of the night. And this is the last dono of dono days. And we're gonna end it with Miss Nancy. Shout out to you, Miss Nancy. Lucky stars who got to meet Elvis Presley part 2. Tomorrow I got more videos coming. But Friday, after work, me, the wife, and the kids, we're jumping in the car and we're going to take a mini vacation with the family. And Saturday and Sunday. Usually I don't do videos Saturday and Sunday, so it fits perfectly. So you guys are not going to be missing anything. But Monday, I will still be gone. I won't start videos until Tuesday. We just need a little 3-day vacation. Sunday at work, I had a panic attack and I had to go home early. I was not feeling good. I was antsy and I don't know. I was bad. So there's just a lot of stress with work and a lot of stress with the whole YouTube and work and the schedules and tiredness and lack of sleep. And so I had a bad panic attack. So I'm happy that Friday is coming soon and I'll be able to go out there and just relax and take it easy. And I probably won't record nothing. But I probably will. I don't know, depending how I'm feeling. But I'm gonna take a little small break because I have a long 2 months coming. So there's a lot of things coming on in the next 2 months. So I'm just bracing myself right now. Like, comment, subscribe. I do all of that. Federico, cut the beat. But tomorrow I have another Elvis coming. I got you. Lucky stars who met Elvis Presley Part 2. It is on all of you. Shirley Bassey.
Reading through the brief, I love all the stories, the whole kind of thing, because you were in Vegas in the absolute heyday of Vegas, weren't you?
Yes.
When did the Elvis incident happen? When was that? Was that?
Oh, when Elvis made the first time, or the second time he was in Vegas, which has got to be 25 years ago. And I had a jumpsuit. You weren't born.
I so was. Yeah. Oh, I was.
And I had a jumpsuit, and it was open to there.
Dame Shirley.
Buttons. Oh, I wasn't a dame then. I was a tart. I was a tart. And we were talking, and I was talking, actually. Rabbit. And he was doodling down my front. And I didn't realize until he got to there. And it was an incredible sensation.
Excuse me? That story took a whole nother direction. I was expecting that she was going to get like that on that chair. That chair is not waterproof. Ma'am, you're going to leave your stank on there. She felt that again. It was 25 years ago. She still felt it. That's the power of Elvis, man. Keeps on making you come.
What was he doodling with, Dame Shirley?
Well, he said it was a biro. It was a bishop. And when I went to bed that night, alone, I took off my jumpsuit, and there was this doodle all the way down. And I just went to bed. I said, I'm not going to wash. And for a week, I was going...
Bit of biro.
Yeah, I kept it there, and it wore off. Yes.
Now, I met Elvis in 1970. I got a thing that says, Elvis wants to meet you. I got to the Hilton Hotel. Elevator opened up, and it was me, Liza Minnelli, Chubby Checker, and Linda Lovelace.
Wow. What, you'd come together, or you just happened to be in that list?
No, he invited those 4 people
really?
That night. So we went up, and they searched us for guns, which was kind of silly, because there were guns everywhere once you got in. When he came in the room, he was Elvis. He wasn't the fat Elvis. He was Elvis. He was the guy. He goes, hey, man, you're the cat with a snake, ain't you? He said, yeah. And he goes, that's cool, man. I wish I would have thought of that. That's cool, man. He said, hey, I want to show you something. We go in the kitchen, he opens the drawer, takes out a loaded 38, snub-nosed 38, puts it in my hand, and he says, I'm gonna show you how to take this gun out of somebody's hand. A little devil's here on my shoulder says, shoot him. A little angel over here says, don't kill him, just wound him. Okay? Before I could decide what to do, I was on the floor, and he's had his boot in my throat.
Don't mess with my man Elvis. Don't mess with my man Elvis. He didn't even let you finish that thought. He took that away from me like it was nothing. Oh, man. Stop playing with that man, dog. I like this story. This is a good story.
What to do. I was on the floor, and he's had his boot in my throat. I'm going, it's good, Elvis. That's good.
I'm still reeling over the fact that you were there with Liza Minnelli.
Oh, yeah.
He must have thought you were sisters.
Well, of course, only 3 of us came down on the elevator that night. Now, I don't know what he did with Chubby Checker all night. I'll tell you what, he was an amazing character, very funny guy.
Wow.
But he was Elvis. Yeah. I mean.
The people of my age, it was like, did you hear that? You know, who's this guy, Elvis Presley? And you got to say, yeah, he hit like a bombshell. Yeah. It was like the world went from black and white to Technicolor.
Wow.
Of course, there were others.
It's like the world went from black to white to technical. That's crazy. That's a description and a half right there.
From black and white to Technicolor.
Of course, there were others at Sun Records. Charlie Rich was there. So was Conway Twitty.
My man.
And there was another one. In fact, after appearing at high school auditoriums and places like that, I worked my very first concert as a guest, and he was a star. And he always was a star. Because all of us remember him and how he loved gospel songs and how we liked him, this song is for Elvis. Come on, fellas, let's do it for him. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, nobody riding but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train don't care no gamblers, this train. This train don't care no gamblers, this train. This train don't care no gamblers, no crap shooters and the midnight ramblers. This train don't care no gamblers, this train.
And just to show you how important Elvis Presley is, and just to show you how important you are, you and all of you and our staff have received a letter from the President of the United States. And this is how it reads. I send greetings to those gathered for Elvis Week 2006. Laura and I recently visited Graceland with Prime Minister Koizumi of Japan, and we were reminded that Elvis Presley will forever have a special place in the cultural life of America. As a talented singer, performer, and actor, the King thrilled audiences around the world and brought joy to generations of people. Today, Elvis fans everywhere continue to sing his songs and recognize his many contributions to music and entertainment. This event is an opportunity for people from around the globe to come together, share memories, and celebrate one of America's most beloved icons. I appreciate all those who worked to make this event a success. Your efforts contribute to the cultural fabric of our country and help carry on the legacy of one of the world's most popular performers.
I met Elvis in 1965.
The President of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. That's ridiculous, man. That's Elvis, though. That's Elvis. Did you expect less? This is no joke. We're not talking about just a regular person. We're not talking about a regular singer. This man moved mountains, which is being him. You never know if you are a diamond in the rough if you try to be somebody else. Be yourself and let the world know who you are to see what happens. Who knows if there's another Elvis out there that is not going to come out and is not going to show who they really are because they're too worried about people's opinions. There could be a million Elvises out there and we're never going to know. And that's a shame. This culture, the way it is right now, is depriving us from probably one of the biggest stars in the world that is hidden somewhere.
Performers.
I met Elvis in 1965, the first year that I was in show business. And I got the opportunity to meet him in Los Angeles. And I went to the Paramount Studios to talk about a song for a movie. And they said, Elvis, he said, today he'd like to meet you. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that he knew I existed because it was early on, you know. And I met him, and he said to me, how the hell do you sing like that? I said, well, you were partly to blame, you know, listening to what he had done. So we became friends.
That's awesome, man. James Brown pays tribute to Elvis. Let's go. We heard you already. Go ahead, do it.
Well, soul has no color, has no barrier. But I also had a lot of good people that brought out a lot. I want to pay a tribute to a good friend of mine, Brother Elvis Presley, who opened up a lot of doors for me to get through. Elvis was a pioneer, and he came out 1 year before I did. He was out in 55, Heartbreak Hotel. And then I come in 56. And Elvis and I were very good friends up until the last minute of his bodily life. But he'll always live because of the fact he was such a beautiful man. I don't care what nobody's saying. I know Elvis. You know, there are a lot of rumors. Elvis and I...
Say it again to the people in the back, man, because they didn't hear you, Mr. Brown. They didn't hear you. I don't care what anybody said. I know Elvis. I know who Elvis was. Why are we not going off for the people that knew Elvis? Why are we not doing that? This is exactly why I love doing these videos, man, to put awareness of the stupidity of you people. This is James Brown, the most chocolatey ass motherfucker in the world. And he's say it again. I want you to say that one more time.
Beautiful man. I don't care what nobody's saying. I know Elvis. You know, there are a lot of rumors.
Facts.
Elvis and I sang spiritual together. And he'd buy any movie that I make, any film, he'd buy the film and close the theater up and show it. I love Elvis for being a man. I love him for what he'd done for the people and the chance he gave me. He kept me from being number one. I was number one soul and he was number one world, and it took a long time, but it's almost like the two rental cars. It made me try harder, and I love Elvis for it. And
absolutely.
We'll always pray for Elvis.
Paul McCartney, oh my man. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far.
He's getting his Elvis on, getting his Elvis on, here it comes.
Oh yeah, man, we used to do, when you know, really young, you're influenced so much by it. And I saw Love Me Tender, his first film, you know. And we were all so excited, we were sitting there, I think me and John, a couple of the guys, sitting there waiting for Elvis, you know, but it was a kind of like it was a film.
It's a story.
And you know, you first saw him, he was in a field with a plow and a horse. And you go, yes, that's him. And then it kind of cut in on him, you know, hey, wow, the cinema went wild. And then, but there's no singing, you know, and he's talking and all that. We're going, well, okay, that's good, but... And then he suddenly... They're talking about the house leaking and stuff. He grabs the guitar. Well, there's a leak in this old building. Yes, there's a leak in this old building.
Right.
And then there's a hole in the roof where the rain pours in. A hole in the floor where it runs right out again.
That's pretty good. Hold on, Paul McCartney, pretty good, man. That's pretty. Look, if anything else, you could be an Elvis impersonator. You did a pretty good Elvis. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining to me, Mr. McCartney. But you gotta say, man, Paul McCartney's another GOAT, man. You cannot put him in the GOAT conversation, man. Paul McCartney is one of the GOATs. That's a fact. John Lennon, GOAT. Ringo Starr, GOAT. Harrison, GOAT. They're all GOATs, man. They're all GOATs. Look at how they're paying homage to another thing. Elvis destroyed them in the numbers, probably. They don't care, man. They love Elvis.
Oh, where runs right out again.
That place went wild.
Man.
Led Zeppelin, yes, sir.
And then I heard Elvis. And, you know, I was about 9 or something like that, and this voice came across in amongst Pat Boone and Johnny Mathis and all the stuff that was part of the Valium that we still know about today. Elvis came straight through, and he had the Blue Note. He was listening to Sleepy John Estes. He was listening to guy did That's All Right, Mama. Thank you. Yeah, I get like that now. And he got all this stuff. Mystery Train. Junior Parker's Blue Flames. I didn't know anything about the references. I didn't know anything about what I know now, where it came from, but I heard that voice. And no matter how his image has been maligned and how it ended up, when I met Elvis with Led Zeppelin one evening in LA.
Oh, that alone, hold it, let's pause for a minute. Let's just drink that in for a second. And I think that's the thing, that the more time that goes by, the easier it is for people to get confused about how important Elvis's moment was, because, you know, because there's always the feeling that, well, they're not giving enough credit to Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley and Little Richard and so on, which is true.
Right.
But Elvis rearranged the mainstream. If
That's
Elvis hadn't taken it from How Much Is That Doggy in the Window and turned it into this is mainstream popular music, then Little Richard and Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis would not have had the opportunity to get through it all.
Sure, and he was also...
Please say that again. Without Elvis, none of these people would have been mainstream nothing. They would have been nothing. They would have not done what they did. Elvis opened the door to a lot of fucking people. Without Elvis, this culture would have been a little bit different, wouldn't it? Put some respect on his name, or I'm gonna roast you for an hour.
And Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis would not have had the opportunity to get through it all.
Sure, and he was also white, which was
that's right.
Crucial, because that gave him the foot in the door that maybe Alan Freed was trying to do with Chuck and Bo and all that sort of stuff. But he was, and he was a great-looking guy, and he actually, that physical representation, by the time he got to England, guys were like hitting themselves on the head. Bang, what's going on? Who's this human being? It was fantastic in the middle of all that crap.
That's crazy.
Okay.
My man Mohammed, another GOAT, man. It's nothing but GOATs talking, bro. GOATs talking about a GOAT. My man Muhammad Ali, man, shout out. I want to get a post of Muhammad Ali in here so bad. Oh, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT, man. Muhammad Ali, shout out to Muhammad. My favorite boxer is Mike Tyson. But Muhammad Ali is on a league of his own. This man is he's an entity to me. Muhammad Ali is dope.
It was really fantastic. We're at this big table in this wonderful rustic building where you eat your meals, and the phone rang, and somebody just casually said, "Muhammad, it's Elvis," and I thought, come on, Elvis who? You know, it was really Elvis Presley.
No, that fellow was joking.
Oh no, he was. I spoke to him.
Since we're on television, we can't, because Elvis could hear about this.
Oh no.
It wasn't real. It
No,
was just
come on. No, you know what he told me?
He wanted to impress you that I was a popular fellow.
No, Elvis called, and he told me, he put me on the phone with Elvis, and I talked, and Elvis said, I'm his #1 fan. I didn't know that. Where did you meet him, in Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Yeah. He's quite a guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Called from Memphis, and he said, I'm going to be opening in Las Vegas soon, and talked to him about maybe coming on the show. And he said, you have to talk to the Colonel.
I'm telling you, that fellow was an imposter. You wouldn't believe that was Elvis.
Oh, I know that one. Nobody could fool this ear. When I heard that voice, I knew it was true.
And one night...
Oh, we saw this one already. We saw this one.
Because Elvis would go on at 8, I'd go on at 10, Elvis would go on at 12, and I'd go on at 2.
Oh my God, I love this freaking story. I love this story. Yes, that's good that they're ending it with this one.
Elvis would go on at 8, I'd go on at 10, Elvis would go on at 12, and I'd go on at 2. And I'm doing my 10 o'clock show, and Elvis was walking, back through the kitchens and the stuff, and he walks past my showroom in the back, and I'm doing Love and Feelin', and he used to do Love and Feelin' in his show, and he stops the guys and he says, hey, Bill's doing my song, man. So they come in the back door, and I'm on stage, and when you're on stage, it's like you're in your living room at night, and if somebody walks in, it's really kind of startling. You know where everybody is. And there's some rustling from the side, and here comes Elvis Presley, and about 4 of his bodyguard, 4 of the Memphis guys, and he just walks by me and hits me on the arm, says, "Hi, Bill," and keeps on going. And I don't know what the bodyguards were. I didn't know if maybe he thought I was going to jump him on stage, but they walk by, and obviously the crowd just wigs out. Now, and I don't say anything, and he just walks off. And now I'm doing my 2 o'clock show, and in those days the town was small enough that everybody in town knew that Elvis Presley walked on stage with Bill Medley, because at least in one of his books it said he had never been on stage with another artist or something like that. And so that there was lines to get in my show. Like he's going to do it again.
That's just messed up. That is just messed up. Like that has to hit an artist's ego. That you have a full house and it's because they're waiting for Elvis to pass by. Like all this man has to do is just walk by and people are just gonna lose their minds. I'm telling you, that's power, ladies and gentlemen, power. That is a fact. I love these videos. Miss Nancy, thank you for this. Thank you. I love you guys. I like I said, I will be here tomorrow with another Elvis. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Understand, Bob loves you. Peace. Relax. That's fine.